Change and transformation is deep, deep work. It hurts my heart sometimes when I hear people saying, I just don't feel good enough, I just don't like myself. This is more common than you realize. Realizing that change happens mostly slowly and accepting that has completely changed the way I feel about myself lately. I love coaching because when I coach, I just realize we're all the same. And I am just stunned by how all alike. I'm constantly seeing evidence that we're all the same. It's all some variation of the same thing. People want to change. They want to change so badly, but there's a part of them that really thinks that they can't. And, you get to midlife and you've got a lot of years behind you and it's like, but this didn't work before and that didn't work before. And, I've been this same thing, this same problem, the I'm not good enough or I can't lose weight or whatever it is. I'm coming up against the same thing. And I always say, I know that you know what to do. Like if I asked you, like the problem that you have that you want to solve, the change you want to make, how do you do that? How do you do that? I know you have the answer. But I'm fascinated with the fact that although we don't have an information problem, we have access to all the information in the world, but people still struggle to change. And the thing is, I think people really want a magic bullet. They really want I call it the Harry Potter syndrome. If you're into Harry Potter, like I am, we want Hagrid to visit us and declare that we're a wizard and so that we have all these powers and all our gifts are expressed and we don't have to do the hard yards, but actually, Harry still had to go to Hogwarts and learn how to be a wizard. And that's the same for us. We've all got it in us, but we still have to do the work. There are no shortcuts. There are no free lunches. We all have to do the work. And falling in love with the process instead of falling in love with the end result. The journey is the destination. So recently, I have been really accepting where I'm at. I'm here. I want to be over there, but I need to accept that I'm here because if I can accept that I am here, then I can find my way over there. But if I think I'm over there, but I'm really here, I'm not going to be able to get there. Do you follow my logic? If we can just accept where we are and love that, we can get to where we want to go. I love to give the example that you've already changed so much. I have changed so much. If I think about who I was as a teenager and then in my 20s and 30s and early 40s, I am so different in so many ways. Evidence that I've changed. It just happens slowly. And just like, if you live with someone and they've lost weight and you may not notice it because you see them all the time, but someone who hasn't seen them for 6 months will be like, wow, you have changed a lot. It's the same thing. And we just get so used to the new normal and we're so quick to forget. We're so quick to forget where we came from, how far we've come. And when we want changes like, we want to love ourselves more, those things can be hard to track. It's not like, for example, with weight loss, you can see the kilograms going down or up. But with things like self-love, it's so subtle, but we just 1 teaspoon at a time, we're just little shift, keep going, little shift, keep going. And eventually we're like, wow, I don't talk badly to myself anymore. Or I'm just sitting here not being mean to myself, just like at peace with myself. And that happens bit by bit over time. I have very much been the all or nothing person and I want the big transformation and I want it now. But really learning to fall in love with the journey, learning to fall in love with the process. And sometimes I forget and then I'll be facilitating a coaching program and then I'll hear, the women speak and I'm like, oh, that's right. We're all the same. We're all the same. We all need to be reminded, kindness to self, self-acceptance, self-love. It takes as long as it takes, but you can change. A good thing to do is actually think about how you were 5, 10, 15 years ago, even a year ago. I guarantee that you have made some changes and celebrate that. If you think about the hero's journey in the movies when the hero or heroine sets off on their path, if they just magically got to the destination, and we wouldn't have the movie. We wouldn't have the friendships formed and all of the things, falling in love with the journey, but truly accepting our starting point and being okay with that, and knowing that it takes as long as it takes and we will end up where it is that we want to go. I really think that one of the things about adulting and being a grown-up is having the maturity to accept these things. I think we all have an inner child, and our inner child can be impatient and doesn't quite understand, and just communicating with him or her what's going on and listening to her and hearing what she has to say. But just because we're letting her speak, it doesn't mean that she jumps in the driver's seat and starts driving the bus. We're driving the bus, but we're going to take on board how it is that she's feeling. We can reassure her and remind her that, it's okay. Even though we are making these changes, we do absolutely love her and she is safe and all is well. Change and transformation is deep, deep work. It really, really is. It hurts my heart sometimes when I hear people saying, I just don't feel good enough, I just don't like myself. This is more common than you realize. And, there's so much avoidance out there in all of the ways, whether it's the scrolling or the shopping, whatever it is, avoiding being with the self because people don't like themselves. And when you meet someone who likes themselves, it's such a beautiful thing. And I'm working on that every day. And I hope that you're working on that every day as well. We're living in ourselves. We're never going to be able to leave ourselves unless we're checking out and going unconscious and disassociating and doing all the things, all the avoidance and denial stuff. So we're born with ourselves, we're dying with ourselves. Let's learn to love ourselves. So welcome to season 3 of the podcast, the Inspire in 5 podcast, where I try to inspire and uplift you in around 5 minutes or less. If you are interested in some group coaching, my sister and I co-facilitate a program. It's beautiful. We attract really, really beautiful hearts. I'll leave a link in the description if you'd like to find out more about that. Lots of love. Let's see you in the next episode.